If you can't see it well in the video, please go check the cover of this album. I don't really have a joke I want to incorporate in it. It's just cute. Just look at that. That's adorable. In the End is the 8th studio album released by the Cranberries. I've had some experience with the Cranberries in the past. I've always liked their music. Some of it I've loved and some of it I've just been kind of just there. But I've never felt like I've disliked the Cranberries' music. They've always had a unique way to share their music and bring it to life. Wow. There's a lot of liveliness in some of the somberness, I guess, that comes with their music. And with this album, it is a little different because their lead vocalist, Dolores O'Riordan, I hope that I pronounced that correctly, did pass away last year. And that is a very tough thing for a band, especially for any member of the band, but especially if you are the lead vocalist. Dolores has one of the most unique and most you know immediately it's the Cranberries. Not only would their sound come off, which I consider it iconic, it would just come off instantly, but Dolores' voice, it just shines through when she sings. So I wondered how they were going to pull this off, and it looks like they had recorded a lot of stuff already, and then some of the things that weren't finalized did get finalized by the backup vocalists, I guess. And I won't want to take anything away from the contributions that they added to this album, but wow, there is a miracle in what they were able to do to still have Dolores' voice on this album. And I don't know what the rest of the band members plan to do for the future as a group or as individuals, but I'd say that they could be pretty proud of themselves for what they were able to do on this album as their last project with her. The album overall kind of just gives me a comforting, peaceful, life-pondering vibe throughout the entire album. This album doesn't have a lot of moments where the sound sways away so much. They kind of know what their sound is and they stick with it. And sometimes that is risky because you risk repetition or the perception of it, or you can be labeled as unoriginal after you have used your sound for so often. But theirs is that. It is unique. They have owned it, and I admire that they are able to stick with it. Can it get a little repetitious? Maybe just a little, but I think I can get over it after a while. It doesn't need to be risky. It just needs to make good music, and thankfully, it does that here. I really don't have too many nitpicks with this album. This is another one where I do feel like it comes down to personal preference. Having said that, I am going to recommend 2 songs on here. There are others that I could recommend, but I felt 2 was appropriate for this review. The very first song, All Over Now. And the one that I guess switches it up a little bit is called Summer Song. It's a good, slightly faster paced song, which I think works really well considering it's called Summer Song. It just kind of keeps up with the pace of what in my mind would be as summertime. Plenty of good instrumentations in here. There is not really much that I can poke at this album. I think I just noticed a little bit of dragging, or maybe what I felt was dragging for a few of the songs, but not much. If you haven't listened to the Cranberries, please give them a chance. This is a good album to listen to, but they do have other works that you probably have heard before, and I would urge you to go listen to them. This is one where I just feel like I want the music to speak for itself, and I just want to say thank you to the band and to Dolores, and to please keep moving forward with the talent that you have. Thank you for what you have provided for us. It's not just the songs, but it is the style, the iconicness, the emotion that is played and is felt through your music. It's just been heartwarming. I mean that, truly. So after having listened and reviewed this album, with production of 98%, creativity 93%, expression and lyrics 96%, I'm going to give this album a yeah. If you're a fan of the Cranberries, let me know what songs or albums you think are their best works, or the ones that just touch you internally, that have a special sentiment to you. I would like to know that, because just feeling like we may have lost the momentum for this kind of sound because of the loss of a bandmate is kind of sad, but the rest of them can continue to contribute great things in music, and I expect that they will. But yeah, I would love to see what others think about the Cranberries. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to subscribe and follow all the social media for this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.